picked up this golf cart from a farm on a scrap pickup. They had a bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of like big piping and like some greenhouse framing and stuff like that was all twisted up. Some farm gates that were all twisted up. So it was really bulky stuff, but light. So I had to bring the big trailer for it. And then they also had a golf cart, they said. So when I showed up, I seen this thing sitting there, and I was like, there's no way that's the one they were talking about. But sure enough, it was. They said it wasn't running. There was something wrong with it. So they just got a new one. So I brought it back here, had it sitting here for, I don't know, a couple months before I even got around to really trying to fix it. So there was a problem with the wiring. All the wiring was messed up. I couldn't really tell what was supposed to be there and what was missing. There was no battery, and it looked like they just cut the wires. So there was one wire that was completely melted. So I replaced all the wiring. That was bad. I just took the battery out right now so I could spray this. It was all rusty, so I just painted it black. Just doing little things to fix it up. So first was the wiring. Got the wiring on there, and then it sounded like it wanted to start. Cleaned out the filter. Pulled the carburetor off of here and cleaned the carburetor. Put it back on. And then everything was running pretty good. It started up and was running really good. Battery just died, so I'm replacing the battery right now. So when the battery's out, I figured I might as well paint it. So it's running, it runs good. It's like a Kawasaki engine. It's a Easy Go TXT 2005. Has a bunch of aftermarket stuff, like these tires are really good tires still. They're aftermarket tire. These little fender flare things are aftermarket. I think there might be a lift on it even to lift it up a little bit. It has an extended roof. Has like a front little shelf here. I think that's aftermarket as well. And then it has the doubled up back seat. Has a big tear in the seat right here, so I just shoved a bunch of foam in there from a scrap chair that I had. I just cut the foam out and shoved it in there. I went ahead and bought some seat covers, so I'm going to put the seat covers on. They said to put it right over top of the old vinyl, so bought it online from a golf cart supply store. The seat pulls out like this. Makes a big flatbed at the back. So it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna fix up all the little things. There's a couple of things I gotta do. I gotta do the seats. When the seats are off, to look at these back covers, make sure they're all okay. Maybe just clean them up a little bit. It's missing part of the windshield. It's a little bit of damage in a couple spots, like right here. Dented in there. But overall, it's in really good condition, and I can't believe the person would actually get rid of this thing. These things are super expensive. I was looking at them online. Gotta get some Goo Gone, try to pull off the rest of this sticker residue. Gonna fix it up and make it look as nice as possible. And probably just sell it because I don't have a use for it around here. It's not big enough of a property to need a golf cart, I wouldn't think. So I figured I'd show you guys a shot of it before I got too far into fixing everything. Just have the seat off over there just so it's easier to access in here. Gonna wipe it all down, try to clean it up as much as possible. Put the new battery in, and then try to get these seat covers switched out. Once I get the battery back in, I'll show you a video of it starting up and driving down the street. Okay, I'm about to try to put these seat covers on. This is how the seat covers come. I bought one with a pattern on it. I think it will look a little bit better. So I'm leaving them sitting out in the sun to warm up, kind of soften up the material a little bit, hopefully. This is how it came. Comes in a bag like that. 2 for the back, 2 for the front. So I got this seat taken off already. You just tilt it up and lift up. It's just hooked in here. So first step is trying to take off all of this plastic material. Gonna have to pull off the plastic and these plates here, both plates, and then the handles. So go ahead and pull all that stuff off and then try to test fit the cover over top of it and see how it fits. Got everything taken off of there, wiped it down, just a quick wipe, get some of the stuff off there. The bottom was a little bit dirty. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, grab the cover, try to test fit it on there. So a little bit of a tight fit, which is good. Gonna have to put the phone down, try to get this thing squished on there properly, but it's looking good already. So I'll get it put on there, fit it on there properly, try to make sure it's lined up as good as possible, and then flip it over and we'll start trying to staple it around the outside. Got the one finished and put back on. Looks pretty good. This one's nice and easy to come off. It just slips onto these 2 little brackets. You just lift it up like this, slide it into the bracket, and then it goes down. Now you're gonna go with the back one here. Some bolts in the back holding it on. So I'll go ahead and unbolt that. Gonna finish this one and then I'll move on to the back. But it's gonna be the same process over and over for each seat. Hopefully this foam holds up and you can't really tell that it's underneath there. So go ahead and finish this up. Hopefully I can get it done today before it gets dark. Brought the whole thing over here because I didn't want to flip it upside down on the air conditioner, and I already had this little table here set up, so works good. It's on there pretty good. It's definitely loose around the outsides, but I'm gonna start on each side. Start over here and on this side, and then I'll do like pull it up right here, staple it, pull it up here, staple it here as well. And then once I get the solid points all the way around, then I'll slowly work my way around and staple it a bunch. Just got a little handheld stapler. I have a air powered one, but it only takes really skinny staples, so went out and bought these staples, 1/2-inch staples. Figured they'd work better. So gonna go ahead and start trying to staple it down. Seems to have worked out pretty good. Started with the outsides on all 4 corners, and then, well, just all 4 outsides here, and then I did the corners and then worked my way in. It looks like it worked out pretty good. Flip it over here. Yeah, looks like it worked out pretty good. So now I just got to bring it back over there, attach the hardware back onto it, and then reinstall it back on to the golf cart, and then repeat the process on the remaining 3 parts of the seats. Here's the backrest off the front seat. It's just 2 bolts on each side on the steel bar that's going up and down. So So that's easy enough to take off. Now there's just 4 screws holding this on. Some of the holes are kind of filled up with dirt, but it's like a 5-point. So I got one on the drill. Go ahead and take this back cover off and then repeat the process. Just wrap this thing around there, staple it down, and then put the plastic casing back on. Pretty simple for the back. I got all the sides stapled down. Left this center part loose. So now all I gotta do is work my way around. I'm gonna start in the center here. Get this nice and tight all the way around. Pull it nice and tight, staple it down. And then I'll go on to the corners. Get the corners nice and neat looking and tight. Staple them down, and then just work my way all the way around, staple it down. Figured I'd show you a shot of that before I get this one finished. Got it all finished last night. Just didn't have a chance to take a video, and it was getting dark, so just pulled it back out again. Seats look pretty good. It's a little like crease right here. We've been sitting on it a bunch already, so I think it kind of stretched it out, but it still looks pretty good. Already got a little bit of a stain on here, of course. Everything I own gets dirty quick, especially if it's a light color like that. But it's all looking really good. Cleaned it all up, wiped it down. Looks nice and clean in here. That's it for now. I'm gonna ride it for a bit and probably sell it, so might end up throwing a video in after this one of us riding it down the street. So looks pretty good. Turned out pretty good. Oh, that was a big puddle.
Yeah. Hey, we got a golf course. What are we gonna learn?
Oh, another wagon
Can't
here.
even get in there.
Go all the way through that way to the left.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, go up there. We'll cut through.
Oh yeah? I
Yeah.
never been there.
Let's try it.